Hey, kids, come over here.
Wow, what are we doing here? In an airport?
Well, today we're gonna do some quizzing about a wonderful lady who was the first black woman to have a pilot license in US history. Can you guys guess her name?
I know, it's Bessie Coleman.
Bingo! You're right, Matt. Then, let's come abroad and start our journey. Our plane's going to take off now. Question number 1. When and where was she born? A. In Arizona on January 25, 1982. B. In Atlanta on January 26, 1892. C. In Atlanta on January 27, 1829. D. In Alabama on January 28, 1928.
It's B.
Congrats! You're right, kid. Do you know she was a mixed girl?
No!
She was born into a family with an African American mother and a Native American African American father who was a sharecropper.
Do you guys know what sharecropper means?
I don't know. Can you tell me?
It's a farmer who rents land and who gives part of his or her crop as rent. The Coleman couple had 13 children, and Bessie was the 10th kid.
It must be very fun and noisy to have so many siblings.
Question number 2. Why did she learn French? A. Because she loved studying languages. B. Because she worked for a French family. C. Because she wanted to move to France. D. Because learning French helped her find better jobs.
I think it's C. I've read somewhere that she learned French because she wanted to study in France.
Good job, kid. Go on.
After being rejected by all flight schools in the USA, a friend told her to study in France. She worked hard to save money and studied the French language after work at night.
Wonderful, Matt. Then tell me, kid, why was she not accepted to flight school in the USA? A. Women and black people were not allowed to attend flight schools at that time. B. She was sick. C. She did not have enough money to study in the US. D. Flight schools had enough students and couldn't accept applications anymore. Can you answer it?
Wait a sec. It's due to sexism and segregation.
Bingo! The correct answer is A. You did great, keep going. Before moving on to the next question, let me tell you a fact about our heroine. It was her brother who motivated her to become a pilot. Her brothers returned from World War I service in 1915, bringing with them stories of their experiences. Her brother, John, teased her over how French women were permitted to learn to fly airplanes, but Bessie couldn't fly.
Hey, Bess, French girls can learn to fly airplanes, but my baby sister here couldn't fly. Poor little Bess. Don't worry, Bessie. Maybe one day you'll be able to fly like those French women. But until then, you can just keep dreaming.
Thanks, John. You always know how to boost my confidence. Calm down, kids. Stay still. Don't move.
What's going on?
Don't worry. It's just the sign for a hard question. Try your best to answer. Question number 4. Which school did she learn to fly airplane? A. Azur Sky. B. Institut Aeronautique Jean Mermoz. C. EPAGNG. D. Caudron Brothers School of Aviation. This question is pretty hard. Who can answer?
Not me. So hard.
hard.
Well then, the answer is D. In 1920, Coleman was accepted at the Caudron Brothers School of Aviation in Le Crateuil, France. On June 15, 1921, she became the first American woman to obtain an international pilot's license from the Fédération Aéronautique Internationale. In her further training, she specialized in stunt flying and parachuting. Question number 5. How did she earn money? A. Be a stunt pilot. B. Be a commercial pilot. C. Be a military pilot. The right answer is A. She earned money by working as a stunt pilot.
When she came back to the US, she couldn't be a commercial pilot due to racial and gender bias, which meant stunt flying was her only option. Her performances earned her money and fame in the USA and Europe. She went on tours, gave flight lessons, performed at flight shows, and encouraged women to fly planes. She always refused to perform in flight shows that forbade Black people to attend. Later, she was nicknamed Queen Bess, Brave Bessie, and the only race aviatrix in the world.
Last question. Question number 6. What was her greatest dream? A. Be rich and famous. B. Be a pilot and open a flight school for African Americans. C. Be a stunt performer.
I know, it's B.
Good work!
You did great. Her goal was to be a pilot and open a flight school for Black people. Her dream of becoming a pilot was fulfilled, but not. Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seat belt fastened and keep the aisles clear until we are parked at the gate.
It's time to go home, kids.
Bye. If you like our video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and see you in our next video.